Hey, Pat here for week 2 of the preseason leading up to season 3 when all the items are different and the jungle stays the same. So let's go over what we're going to be facing this week in the League of Legends. Amumu. Now, you're mainly going to be seeing Amumu out of the jungle. He is an AP jungler. The main things you really need to worry about this guy is he is just a bundle of CC. He has a bandage toss, which if you hit somebody, he'll slingshot to him. His ultimate is just an AoE, just he can hold people, steal, and do pretty good damage. And he has a crying thing that does damage around him. Dude's really good at clearing. I've never really seen well, I've seen a few good Amumus, but he can be surprisingly dangerous in the right hands. Mainly, you know what? If you see an Amumu and you don't see him in the lanes, just watch out because he'll just bandage toss you from the jungle. Up next, we have Blitzcrank. You're going to see him mainly in bot lane. He is a terror of a support. The main thing that you're going to do as Blitzcrank or against him is that you're just going to use his Rocket Fist or whatever the move is called. You can basically shoot his hand out. If he grabs you, he'll pull you to him, and you are dead. You won't see a Blitzcrank moving around. It also makes jungling very, very dangerous against a Blitzcrank because every now and then he'll just shoot his fist out into an area where he thinks a jungler could be. I have been very stupid in the past and just sat in the brush near bot lane thinking, all right, I'm going to get a great gank. Blitzcrank pulled me right into the tower, butchered me. He's got a couple of other pretty good things. His ultimate is an AoE silence, and when it's not active, it shoots little random lightning bolts down to the sky, which means he can steal CS, but that also means that he can kind of help weaken a minion wave that's coming up. He has a fantastic speed boost, which no longer has a downside. Early on in the game, and I guess this isn't really important for people playing him right now, but they used to actually slow him down after he used it. But no downside anymore. And he also has a knock up in the air, so the guy can hold people still, do tons of damage, silence them. And his passive is that he will gain a little shield, kind of like Hex Drinker, if he gets low enough in health. So he can be hard to kill. He's going to grab you, so watch out for Blitzcrank. Up next is Evelynn. You will see her either in mid or in the jungle. She could be AP or AD. The main thing you need to worry about her is that her passive is that she's just invisible. She'll become visible when blah 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 whenever she's in visual range of a hero. But that basically means wards are useless. She can gank at any kind of time, so it doesn't matter if you can see her. You didn't see her coming. Let's see here. She has a speed boost, which actually makes her faster if she hits enemy champions. She has kind of a brainless. Her Q is just kind of a brainless auto attack. It hits whatever she recently hit. So chasing with an Evelynn is super easy because you can just match Q while you're going after somebody. She has a really great attack steroid in her E, and her ultimate does really solid damage. Has a fantastic slow, and most importantly, gives a shield based on the amount of people that it hits. So Evelynn can finally become a little bit tanky. It's one of those like the gank is going to work as long as she has her ultimate. And in team fight stages, she can become a huge threat if you played her as an AP mid. Up next, we have Warwick, who I think you're only really going to see in the jungler. I've seen some Warwick's top lane, but he's mainly a jungler. His whole deal is he's one of those lives off lifesteal kind of guys. His Q has massive lifesteal, so in most kind of cases, if you're trading with a Warwick, he's going to heal himself a little bit faster than you can heal. So like Dr. Mundo or other heal friendly, Dr. Mundo or Scion, who base their entire kit around being able to heal quickly, you want to be able to inflict grievous wounds. So hit him with your Ignite, or by Sword of the Executioner, or a Morello's Evil Tome. I'm pretty sure there's going to be some new items that do that as well in the next season. Or have a I'm zoning on her name. The little blue Tristana. There we go. The little blue AD carry. Anyway, he has a speed up if someone is low on health, so that can be annoying. And the main big dangerous thing on him is that his ultimate allows him to kind of just have a free flash and then suppress. So if he can catch somebody off guard, boom, he can hold them down forever. So what you conceivably see in this season, or this week, sorry, it's late, is that you could be held down by a Mumu's ult. You could be pulled in by Blitzcrank, held down by a Mumu's ult into Warwick's ult, and just never get away. It could be terrifying. Up next in the jungle train, we have Udyr. So we have, wow, 3 junglers in a row. 4 junglers. Wow. Jungle heavy week this week. I guess they want people to practice before they change up the jungle. Udyr's whole deal is that he doesn't have a ultimate. He is a stance changing He has Tiger, which is an attack speed stance. He has Turtle, which gives him a heal and lifesteal. He has the Bear, which gives him movement speed and a stun when it's activated. And he has Phoenix Stance, which allows him to spray fire every fourth hit and also just have a fire aura when he activates it. To use Udyr, you just need to. He is a mana hero, surprisingly. You need to make sure to balance out your stance changes because each one of them has an active effect when you switch over, and you want to balance out your passives. Udyr can be surprisingly hard to kill thanks to Turtle Stance, but he's also a killer. If he enters Bear Stance, he can stun you. And though this was not something never really popular when I paid attention to Udyr in the past, Tiger Stance Udyr apparently very dangerous. So watch out for Udyr. He can be a very frustrating, and more importantly, he's one of those ones that you will frustratingly try to murder even though he's not your real target. Up we have next is the AD carry who I will be trying out this week. I promise to play a couple Misfortune games so I can finally give some realistic information about her. Um, Main things you need to worry about Misfortune that I know off the top of my head. Number one, she has a AoE kind of slow move. It's basically Gangplank's ult, but she just does it on a smaller scale, so that can be real dangerous in a team fight. And if you hear her laugh, chances are you're in her giant AoE, giant cone ultimate that does really, really solid damage. I'll be playing some Misfortune. I'll have some more information about her. You can at least hear me gripe about her in one of our future videos. Up next, we have somebody I do know, and that is Vayne. Here's the main deal with Vayne. She is not a bully AD carry. She is. You need to get her to the end of the game. If you can get a Vayne to the end of the game, she will shred just about everyone. She has true damage, very solid true damage, passively gained through leveling up her E. Her ultimate gives her a great attack steroid, and if she uses her Q, which is kind of like a Kirk roll, she tumbles on the ground, she could turn invisible. So she can be very hard to target, dish out tons of damage, and she could also uh, has an attack that pushes people, and if they hit up against the wall, they're stunned there. So great utility. Her main thing is that she just needs to get to the end of the game. She's not a really good early game character. You're not going to get a lot of early trades with a Vayne. If you could shut a Vayne down, she could be doomed. Next, we have a solid support for this week. Leona of the Radiant Dawn. Leona's kind of an all-in support. If she is not a hero that really recovers. If Leona misses with her, I think her E, which is she shoots out a little beam and she hits someone, it works basically like a Mumu's Bandit Strike. She'll leap on top of them. If she misses with that, that Leona is basically useless. She could take a ton of punishment. She has a boatload of stuns, both from her ability to walk up to people and bash them with her shield, to a fantastic ultimate that just stuns everyone in a pretty solid AoE circle. And her other thing is when she hits people, she gives them a little glowing light that you could proc. So she helps her teammates do a lot of damage. So if she has good attack speed and her teammates can synergize well, you do tons and tons of damage. She just can't heal people. she can't really buff their she can't really buff their defense. She can't really utility. She is just all in for the killings. So if you like an aggressive bot lane, which I wouldn't suggest for a Vayne, I would say Sivir, Graves, Draven. Those are all really good matches with Leona. Who knows? Maybe a lot of people think Leona Vayne is solid. I do not think so. Up next, we have Riven, who's going to be in the top lane. I have seen a jungle Riven once, but she was terrible. So, Riven is an energy champ. She does pretty good damage. Her main several gimmicks that you need to know about is her Q allows her to kind of she can use it 3 times in a row. It does give her some basic movement, and she could flip, flip, flip. I think she could dodge out of some stuff with it. And the third hit allows her to knock people kind of in the air. It's not as powerful as like Alish's ground pound or anything like that, but it will slow someone down. The main thing you need to worry about is that her W allows her to stun people. It's a great little AoE damage spell that will stun people in place, and her E is a dash that gives her a shield. Her ultimate increases her attack range. Her broken sword comes back together into one piece, and if she fires it a second time, she can actually shoot a projectile. So you may not be safe from that Riven if you think you got away. If you're playing as a Riven, bully, bully, bully. Move in with your E so you can take advantage of trades, and then stun them with your W and do tons and tons of damage. She can do extra damage if you weave in an auto attack in between each of her abilities to just score extra attacks. So she's someone, if you micro a little bit, she could play better. But you're mainly going to see her in the top lane. Next, we have Matt's favorite. I feel kind of bad that I'm doing this without him, but Zareth is in the mid lane. He is a interesting character. His passive is that his AP feeds into his AD, which is actually worthless early game, but I guess could be a little helpful late game if the carries are going after you. His whole deal is that he is supposed to be artillery, so he could shoot a bolt of lightning forward, or if you have that awesome skin, a blast of lava forward. But it's telegraphed heavily, so he can wave clear at least. He can make himself completely immobile for extra range, and his ultimate is kind of like Kog'Maw's artillery, but he can only do it 3 times. He has some stun abilities as well, but you know what? It takes a lot of practice to be good with Zareth. If you want to experiment, he could be a very interesting. I think he's only mid AP. I mean, you can play Evelyn for this week. So this is an interesting mix. A lot of junglers, awful lot of junglers, 280 carries, some top. Yeah, I guess one solid top laner. So yeah, they want Riot wants you to jungle. Experience the jungle as it was before season 3. All right, so now that's our basic advice. Like I said, I'm looking forward to Misfortune this week. Matt already owns Xerath and will probably continue to play Xerath and Leona. Don't know. Well, I guess Blitzcrank, but I think he owns Blitzcrank as well. All right, well, let's move on to the sales. We'll wrap this up. The skins look pretty cool. It's like Space Marine Graves. That looks kind of neat. That's wrong. He should be Soul Reaver Draven. There is no normal Draven. But that looks at least a little bit different. This version of Varus looks pretty cool. I didn't think he looked cool back in the day, but he has a really neat looking skin coming out in the future, so I would save your RP. And Rugged Garen is a pretty good replacement for Standard Garen. As for heroes, Sejuani has no role in the current game. She's not really all that solid of a hero. She's got some ice moves. If you're looking for a tanky, slow jungle, she may be the person you're looking for. However, on the other side of things, a very solid jungle that I just have terrible luck with, Skarner. If you want to be able to be a hero, just land his ultimate, drag someone into your enemy team, and murder, murder, murder. Skarner's have got a very great kit. It's one of those heroes that came out real weak, then they buffed, and now everyone's like, oh god, Skarner. And Jarvan, he is I'm going to say top laner. I've also seen him in the jungle sometimes. But he's got some pretty interesting abilities as well. But I know very little about top lane. So if you're looking for another top laner, I give Jarvan a try. He can do some okay damage. He's got an ult that traps people in place. So I've seen that go bad. I've seen that go very bad. But he could be fun. So all in all, it's a pretty good week for the League of Legends as we march towards Season 3. So we'll see you then.